Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Kid Teen Loki Day, because today we have the launch of the Mischief Returns event. It is live now, and I wanted to do a little bit of an update video for you all because I think it's important to understand, what to expect with this event. Now, I did a video already. The EV, or the estimated value of the orb that we're getting, is a little bit different, and I want to kind of run over those numbers with you. I want to run over what's in the orb so you guys have a better idea of what actually to expect. It's actually a little bit better in some ways, but also there's a lot of RNG involved, and I don't know how much that I actually like this event, but I will give them some credit for trying something new, because I don't know if we've really had something in this style before, but I'd love to get your thoughts as well. So if you're ready to go, let's boil this down. So first things first is that the rewards are as advertised here, at least as we were told, and I say we, I mean Envoys plus me, who were told what the rank drops would be. Now that's here, you can find it. Now it's not good. There were some people who posted in my comments previously that there may be some issues with regards to payout times and whether or not you're actually going to get 7 payouts for this event before the end of it, because of possibly the differences in your payout time, if it doesn't kind of correlate, or if it's after the start time of the event. If it's before, you might be okay. That we'll see about that. If that's the case, then you may only get 6 days payout. Maybe you'll get 7. Honestly, I'm a little bit confused myself. I don't know why, but we'll end up finding out. But either way, you can see the ranking thresholds here. And if you do want to get them unlocked, you're probably still looking at somewhere in this 251 to 500 range. I think that's probably appropriate. I want to kind of take a look at the orbs, though, before we get into the math of it, because when I first looked at it, it does actually look not great. And what I don't like about it is that it's not, actually, very quickly, let's just scoop these up in case I forget. Well, when you look at them, well, I don't even know if I want to talk about the Allied Supply Orb, because that's not for this video, but orb within an orb sounds terrible. I don't know if you guys got a chance to look at this, but there is the Apocalypse Bounty Orb fragments within the Allied Supply Orb, and I hate, because it's a new orb, I don't like orb within an orb. I think it's okay when there's like gold orb fragments or something, like in the case of the milestone orbs, or elite orb fragments or whatever. But I just don't like how this is a brand new orb giving a brand new orb. I really don't like that, but that's just me. Anyways, let's take a look at the Deceiver Orb. So on the left side, you get 10 shards for some characters. They're not terrible, but they're not great either. They're probably the biggest winner here. I don't even know nowadays. 2099, maybe Wong, maybe it's what it is. And on the right hand side, you do get some catalysts. Okay, and then in the middle, that's really where it's important, is where you have a chance to get shards here. You have a chance. Now, I guess I don't like that, a good percentage of this, and it actually almost seems like this adds up to more. No, maybe not. It seemed like it added up to more than over 100%, but I don't know if my math is, if I'm thinking about this, I'm like 9999. That's 36, 45, 54. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it was just my eyes playing tricks on me. But nonetheless, you still get like 4 characters in the middle here, which are not terrible characters, but it's about a 36% chance that you're not getting any shards for him, and that's part of the broader 62.5. Also, bare minimum drop is 3. While that's not really that likely, it's still in there, and it just doesn't feel good. But we'll take a look at the numbers after. And then in the rarer 25% chance, you have Kang, which is fine, but there's no who was replaced actually there. It was Emma. Why the hell is Emma Frost in there? I have no idea. And then you have some higher drops. These are your medium tier drops. These are your 10 through 15. And that's fine. Like, you might get that, but you might just get one of the other characters. And then 12.5% chance to get a maximum drop of 30. Now, this is quite unlikely to happen. They bring Kang back in here as well instead of Emma. So, at least they're decent character... Oh, no, sorry. Emma's still in there. My bad. And she's actually at a 25 drop rate instead of 15. For whatever reason, they're like, you know what? We'll just, like, dilute your chances by giving you Emma. I don't know why is she even in there? At least some of these are other better characters, but why is Emma Frost in there? I feel like that's the gag. That's the gag for this orb. And so I guess I hate it when they include other characters within a primarily unlock event for this character, that it should really just be shards for this character. Make it a whatever, minimum drop of 3, but like at least make sure that I'm getting character shards for this character every single orb. Okay, and so I want to go back over the math once again. We're going to take a look at this again. And this is the Mischief Returns table. It's a little bit updated. I did the estimated value of the orb, and I did that by looking at the 3 different kind of, not the but the center pillar, just the different odds. And so we have these kind of numbers here on the side here for each of those sections, the rare drops, the uncommon, I guess you could say, in the common. Add them all up together, and you have basically each orb is estimated at 5.18. Now, this is specifically just calculating the odds of Teen Loki. Has nothing to do with any of the other characters. So this is your chance and the possibility of getting that. At least I think that's how it should be, because I added those together. And so that's fine. And I mean, you can see it in the top there that I just basically multiplied the way how I do for the estimated value for the other orbs in there. So I believe that's accurate. Which is actually a higher estimated value than the 2.95 that exists for Star-Lord Annihilation. So, in a way, it's a buff, but it doesn't always... And you guys know, because an estimated value is not... that's all it is. It's an estimation. It's not that you're going to get this. It could be less, it could be more, and that's just how, average, that's how stats and how just things happen, right? It's what we hope to happen, but it's not necessarily what's going to happen. And I just wish that on top of, there was more flat shards. I hate gambling. I hate the gambling nature of orbs. I hate it when it's related to a character unlock specifically, because you could get this number, or you could get a lot less, or you could get a lot more, and that's the dopamine hit that they're expecting you to get, because they've been doing this fairly frequently. And you get this in those blitz events where you're blitzing your ass off to open those orbs, like Star-Lord Annihilation. And while I do, like I said in my previous videos, expect character shards to come at a later date for this character, I don't know why they have to make it so bad sometimes for the initial event. Like they've really dialed it down. But sometimes they've made it so that it doesn't really matter how much attention you're paying to it. So, I mean, let's take a look at it once again. So now I've added a few things. We're getting the daily milestone point offers. This is in the Arena Credit Store, so I should have said that towards the beginning. But if you scroll all the way down, there is offers as well. But if you scroll all the way down towards the bottom, there is, and this is going to be daily. It says, make consistent Mischief Returns progress with this daily milestone point supply. So for 1,000 Arena credits, you can get 1,000 milestone points. Now, this is not orb fragments. It's just flat milestone points. I expect this to happen every single day. It's a 7-day event, so we're probably going to get about 7,000 of this. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that, and that's going to get added to my total. Now, unless there's some big surprise, that's all that I expect to get. There are some offers in here that you can spend for, and looking at this value, I mean, that's like $10 US. So it sounds like, I don't know, what I just bought for the Arena credits is worth like $3 or $4 US is what they gauge it for. And if you want to just flat out buy the orbs, which I don't recommend, this is $5 US per orb, it sounds absolutely atrocious. I'm not here to offer review you, but I mean, it's just that it just does not look good whatsoever. So that's that. And then basically the total points that we can expect to get would be your arena rank payout times 7 plus 7,000, because that's what you should expect to get. So if you want to get a bare minimum unlock without having to rely on RNG orbs, including this, the 1,000 per day, you need to be getting about 5,400 fragments per day, and that's going to be basically in the 251 to 500 mark. That's including the 1,000 from the free clan. In fact, actually, I didn't even look. You know what? There might be a let's check really quick on the website. There might be a daily claim to add on to this, so I just want to double check to make sure whether or not there is or not, because I didn't actually do that before loading this up. There is actually, you know what? There is. There's an additional 500 milestone points and 500 orb fragments. That's pretty good. No, I'm not gonna go that far, but it is gonna reduce the total. So let's do that minus 500 because that's from the daily. And actually, it would be also, you know, minus 1,000, in fact, because you're getting 1,000 milestone points and you're getting 500 of the fragments. So there we go. Wait, is that right? Minus 1,000? Yeah. Fragments needed to unlock. Did that change? No, why did that not change much? Minus 1,000. No, I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, so I just decided to change the, you see a little bit of a cut there. I decided to just change the daily milestone points offers to 14,000. Why is it 14,000? Because as you saw in the web store, it's an additional 500 milestone points plus 500 fragments, but that essentially equates to 1,000 milestone points. So now I've multiplied that by 7 because hopefully it should be there every day. And that'll give us a grand total of 14,000 points over the event. And that's 2,000 per day. However, that is going to amount to about an extra 3,500 fragments. So I'm going to have to add that in as well over here. So instead of 21 orbs, you're actually looking at 21 plus 3.5. Yeah, it's going to be a weird number. So it's 24.5 orbs, unless there's some other ways to get Deceiver orb fragments, but that's all we know right now. And so, you know what? It does actually lower the amount of fragments that you do need daily in order to get him unlocked. So instead of actually being 251 to 500, it's actually 501 to 1,500. So maybe it's not all that bad. You know, maybe after, you know, going through this a little bit more, it's not as bad, but, you know, don't expect to go much further than this 45,000 unless you're doing really, really well. Basically top 50 in the arena. If you're not top 50 arena, don't expect that you're going that high in the milestones. So, but as far as getting the characters unlocked and, you know, the 251 to 500, that's where I estimated for this below math, which is basically the amount of orbs that you'll expect it to get over the 7 days. And this will estimate around almost a 4-star. Not quite, but almost. Now, if you're under, if you're doing worse than 251 to 500 a day, then, you know, expect that you're not going to get that. But hey, maybe if you get some really good luck in those orbs, in fact, you might actually get that 4-star. Or, of course, you might not. But at least you'll get a 3-star. So you'll at least walk away with a 3-star. If you're really lucky, then you'll get the above average drops and you might walk away with a 4-star. You know, that's kind of the nature of these events where there's luck involved. Personally, I don't like that because I shouldn't require the dopamine hit to do better or worse. And that kind of adds to the gambling behavior and honestly a bit of predatory stuff that happens in these games, but the loot box mechanics, all that sort of stuff that kind of encourages people to spend because, you know, they might get lucky. And I really don't like preying on those gambling behaviors. That's just me. But nonetheless, you know, we should walk away with either, as long as you're doing everything that you need to do, which realistically is just making sure you're playing your arena and you're claiming those offers in the offer window and on the web store. Make sure you do that. That's really important. Then hopefully we can all walk away with at least a 3 or a 4-star by the end of this event. So let me know how you feel about it. Again, it's different. I don't remember if I don't think they've ever done something that includes arena rank payouts. I'm not sure how much I mind about this style, but I just don't like how the orbs are. I would have preferred like almost like flash shards that they were given to us instead of the orb fragments and the way that they do this. But I know that this is probably part of the course for them, and they do like to prey on those gambling mechanics. So that's the end of this video, everyone. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and let me know how you feel about this event, Mischief Returns for Loki Teenager. I'm just gonna call him Kid Loki because that's really what it is. Anyways, until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.